Television in the 70s and 80s was a golden era. Families gathered around their TVs, watching the shows together. It was a time of simpler pleasures, filled with nostalgia. Sitcoms, dramas, and game shows dominated the television landscape. Happy Days was a hit, bringing laughter to homes across the nation. Mork and Mindy followed suit, offering quirky, unforgettable characters. The Golden Girls, later on, charmed audiences with its wit. The 70s and 80s were all about family-friendly content. Sitcoms were the mainstay, offering easy laughs and comfort. The humor was lighthearted, offering a pleasant escape from reality. Happy Days stood out with its wholesome portrayal of American life. It felt like you were part of the Cunningham family. The show gave a nostalgic look at the 50s era. It was the perfect blend of heartwarming and comedic moments. Mork and Mindy, starring Robin Williams, broke all the rules. The show was quirky, bizarre, and always entertaining. Robin Williams' improvisation skills made Mork a character like no other. The chemistry between Mork and Mindy kept audiences coming back. It was one of those shows that defined its era. Audiences loved the unpredictable humor and heartfelt moments between characters. It's a show that has remained iconic for decades. Game shows were also a massive part of television culture. Shows like Wheel of Fortune gave families a reason to gather. The spinning wheel, the puzzles, and the anticipation captivated millions. Jeopardy was another staple, testing knowledge in an exciting way. It wasn't just about winning, it was about the challenge. Watching contestants solve puzzles created a sense of suspense and excitement. Both shows became a fundamental part of TV tradition. As the years went by, TV shows became a shared experience. Families would sit together and talk about their favorite episodes. The conversation often revolved around sitcom characters and game show victories. It was a time when television had a strong communal impact. People didn't just watch TV, they experienced it together, bonding over shows. The laughter, the tears, the tension, it was all shared. These TV moments became part of the collective memory. The 70s and 80s were defined by vibrant, colorful TV. The sets, costumes, and characters reflected the era's distinct vibe. Everything was bold, from the flashy game show boards to sitcom wardrobes. Even the TV commercials embraced the bright colors of the time. It was a period where every show had a unique aesthetic. The visual appeal of the shows matched the energy of the decade. You could easily recognize a show from its color palette alone. Watching TV in the 70s and 80s felt like magic. With no streaming options, families eagerly awaited their weekly shows. The suspense of waiting for the next episode built excitement. It was an era where anticipation was a key part of enjoyment. Shows like The Dukes of Hazzard kept viewers at the edge of their seats. People rushed home from work to watch their favorite programs. This culture of appointment television was a cherished part of life. The Brady Bunch was another beloved show from this era. It brought families together and taught lessons in love and tolerance. The blended family concept was revolutionary, offering a fresh perspective. The show's catchy theme song became iconic and unforgettable. Viewers resonated with the relatable struggles of the Brady family. It was a show that made viewers believe in the power of family. The themes of togetherness and understanding struck a chord with audiences. Another iconic series was The A-Team, filled with action and adventure. It featured 4 ex-soldiers turned mercenaries, always on the run. The show was action-packed, and the characters were larger than life. Hannibal, Face, Murdoch, and B.A. Baracus became household names. Viewers loved the chemistry between the characters as they battled injustice. The show was fun, with over-the-top action and humor. The A-Team was the epitome of the 80s action genre. Dallas was another groundbreaking TV series that captivated audiences. It brought soap operas into mainstream American culture with drama and intrigue. The characters were complex and the storylines were filled with plot twists. The show's famous "Who Shot J.R. Ganigher" cliffhanger became a cultural phenomenon. Families gathered around the TV to find out the shocking answer. It was a show full of power struggles, betrayals, and larger-than-life drama. Dallas made viewers feel invested in the high-stakes world of business. Television in the 70s and 80s wasn't just for kids. Shows like The Love Boat and Fantasy Island catered to adults. They offered romantic escapism with a hint of adventure. The glamorous setting of these shows felt like a dream come true. Viewers were transported to exotic islands and luxurious cruise ships. These shows blended romance, mystery, and fantasy into perfect escapist entertainment. They provided a perfect balance of drama and lighthearted fun. Happy Days was a cultural touchstone for the 70s and 80s. It portrayed life in the 50s with a nostalgic, humorous lens. The characters were lovable, relatable, and full of charm. Fonzie, with his leather jacket and cool demeanor, became a symbol of the time. The show captured the essence of adolescence with its mischievous yet heartwarming moments. It made viewers yearn for a simpler, carefree time. It's one of the most iconic shows of the era. In addition to sitcoms, dramas also played a major role. Hill Street Blues was a groundbreaking police procedural that changed the genre. It was gritty, realistic, and portrayed the struggles of everyday life. The show was known for its complex characters and emotional depth. Hill Street Blues tackled tough issues such as corruption and morality. Its portrayal of urban life resonated with a wide audience. It helped pave the way for future crime dramas on television. In the 80s, the television landscape saw a rise in primetime soap operas. Dynasty became a major player, offering drama, luxury, and intrigue. The soap opera genre had a massive appeal, especially among the upper class. It followed the lives of the Carrington family, their wealth, and their conflicts. The show's glitz and glamour made it a guilty pleasure for many. Viewers loved the over-the-top drama and the beautiful set designs. Dynasty was all about power, family, and betrayal. Game shows became a staple of television viewing in the 70s and 80s. Family Feud was a fun, competitive show that brought families together. The fast-paced format and funny answers kept audiences entertained. Richard Dawson, the host, became a beloved TV personality during the show's peak. Watching families try to guess the most popular answers became a tradition. The show's simple premise made it easy for everyone to join in. It was a lighthearted way to engage with the whole family. The 70s and 80s also marked the rise of talk shows. The Tonight Show starring Johnny Carson was the centerpiece of late-night TV. Johnny Carson's wit and charm made him a household name. He was the go-to host for celebrities and comedians. People tuned in nightly to catch his interviews, monologues, and comedy sketches. The show defined late-night television and set the stage for others. Johnny Carson became the undisputed king of the late-night TV world. The 80s saw the rise of TV miniseries, a new phenomenon. Roots was one of the most impactful shows of this era. The historical drama told the story of Kunta Kinte and his descendants. It captivated audiences with its raw portrayal of slavery and racism. Roots sparked important conversations about American history and race. Its emotional depth made it an unforgettable TV experience. The miniseries format allowed for rich, detailed storytelling like never before. Children's television in the 70s and 80s also left a mark. Shows like Sesame Street and Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood were educational and entertaining. These programs taught children valuable lessons about kindness, friendship, and diversity. Sesame Street combined puppetry, animation, and music to engage young minds. Mr. Rogers, with his gentle demeanor, taught life lessons that still resonate today. These shows provided a safe, nurturing space for children to learn and grow. They are still remembered with fondness by those who grew up with them. The 80s brought about a shift in TV programming with action-packed series. MacGyver became a fan favorite with its clever problem-solving and adventure. The character of MacGyver was resourceful, using everyday items to get out of tough situations. The show was a mix of action, suspense, and ingenuity. It inspired a generation of viewers to think critically and be creative. Each episode was filled with action-packed moments and dramatic twists. MacGyver became a symbol of intelligence and resourcefulness. Knight Rider was another hit show of the 80s that defined its era. The show centered around Michael Knight, a high-tech crime fighter with his talking car, KITT. The car was equipped with artificial intelligence and advanced technology, making it a unique character. Michael Knight, played by David Hasselhoff, became a pop culture icon. The show blended action, futuristic technology, and crime fighting. Knight Rider was not just about solving crimes, it was about style and technology. The show sparked imagination and inspired future generations of tech enthusiasts. The 70s and 80s were full of iconic TV catchphrases. These catchphrases became part of the cultural lexicon. Dynasties, I'm Not a Monster, and the A-Team's I Love It When a Plan Comes Together were unforgettable. These simple, memorable lines were repeated by viewers everywhere. TV shows were more than just entertainment. They shaped how people spoke. These phrases were often heard in casual conversations and at parties. They added a layer of humor and familiarity to everyday life. Cheers was another TV show that became a cultural phenomenon. The sitcom centered around a group of friends at a Boston bar. It introduced unforgettable characters like Sam Malone, Diane Chambers, and Norm Peterson. The show's setting, the bar, became a symbol of camaraderie and friendship. The chemistry between the cast made every episode feel special. The themes of love, friendship, and life's ups and downs were relatable. Cheers is still regarded as one of the best sitcoms of all time. The 70s and 80s were also a time of groundbreaking commercials. Commercials during this time were fun, catchy, and full of energy. Iconic ads like Coca-Cola's "I'd like to buy the world a Coke" resonated with people. TV commercials helped define pop culture by creating lasting impressions. People would talk about the latest commercial as much as the shows. The jingles, slogans, and characters became a big part of the culture. These commercials are still remembered for their catchy tunes and emotional appeal. The Twilight Zone was another iconic show that left a lasting impact. Although it originally aired in the 50s, its influence stretched into the 70s and 80s. The show brought eerie, thought-provoking stories to television that had a timeless quality. Its tales of mystery and the supernatural captivated audiences. The Twilight Zone was a cultural touchstone for those who appreciated suspense. The show's ability to tackle societal issues through fantasy made it unique. It still holds a place in the hearts of fans to this day. The Wonder Years captured the essence of growing up in the 60s and 70s. It offered a nostalgic look at childhood, family life, and adolescence. Kevin Arnold's coming-of-age story resonated with viewers across generations. The show balanced humor with poignant moments that touched the heart. It was a reflection on life's complexities, relationships, and memories. The Wonder Years was more than just a sitcom. It was a heartfelt exploration of youth. It remains one of the most beloved shows of the 80s. As technology advanced, so did the way we watched TV. The 70s and 80s marked the transition from black and white to color television. People marveled at the vibrant colors that now filled their screens. Shows like The Cosby Show and Family Ties looked visually stunning in full color. The change in technology also improved sound quality, making TV viewing more immersive. These advancements brought a sense of excitement and modernity to the viewing experience. It was a time when television became more than just entertainment. The Cosby Show was a groundbreaking sitcom that tackled serious issues with humor. It portrayed an upper-middle-class African-American family, led by Dr. Cliff Huxtable. The show addressed topics like education, relationships, and social issues. The chemistry between Bill Cosby and the rest of the cast made it special. It was a show that showcased family values, love, and humor. The Cosby Show became a cultural icon and set new standards for television. It also proved that sitcoms could be both entertaining and socially relevant. Family Ties was another sitcom that captured the spirit of the 80s. The show focused on the Keaton family and their generation gap. Alex P. Keaton, played by Michael J. Fox, was the quintessential Reagan-era conservative. His parents, on the other hand, were liberal 60s idealists. The show brilliantly explored political and social tensions within a family. It offered humorous insights into the shifting values of the time. Family Ties became one of the most loved sitcoms of the decade. The 70s and 80s also saw the rise of animated TV shows. The Flintstones and the Jetsons were timeless animated classics. These shows offered a futuristic or prehistoric view of family life. They were a hit with both children and adults, blending humor with social commentary. Shows like He-Man and the Masters of the Universe and Thundercats brought action-packed adventure to the Saturday morning lineup. Animated characters became iconic figures, and their adventures were part of every childhood. Cartoons became a cultural staple for a generation. Alf was a unique and unforgettable sitcom from the 80s. The show featured an alien named Gordon Shumway, who crash-landed in the Tanner family's garage. Aleph was mischievous, lovable, and always getting into trouble. The humor in the show stemmed from Aleph's antics and his interactions with the family. Despite his alien origins, Aleph quickly became a beloved character. The show blended sci-fi with everyday family life in a way no other show did. Alf became a pop culture icon during the 80s and beyond. The EI'd 80s saw the rise of action-packed TV dramas. Magnum, P.I., followed the life of private investigator Thomas Magnum, played by Tom Selleck. The show's tropical setting, action sequences, and Magnum's charm captivated audiences. It blended mystery with action and humor in a way that was fresh. The show became a symbol of the 80s, with its famous red Ferrari and Hawaiian backdrop. Magnum, P.I. wasn't just a detective show, it was an adventure. It became one of the decade's most beloved TV shows. Another 80s favorite was Miami Vice, which changed the landscape of TV dramas. The show's focus on crime, fashion, and music made it unique. It was known for its stylish portrayal of Miami's vibrant nightlife and drug trade. The iconic pastel suits and neon lights became synonymous with the era. The show's soundtrack, including hits like In the Air Tonight, became just as famous. Miami Vice set the standard for cool, cinematic television. It introduced a new kind of action show, sleek, stylish, and high energy. The sitcom Full House became an enduring staple of family television. It focused on a widowed father raising his 3 daughters with the help of family and friends. The show's mix of humor, heart, and family dynamics made it a hit. Characters like Uncle Jesse and Danny Tanner became household names. Full House touched on themes of love, loss, and the importance of family. The wholesome, feel-good atmosphere made it a perfect show for viewers of all ages. It was a show that resonated with viewers through its universal themes. Another iconic show from the 80s was Growing Pains, which portrayed the Seaver family. The show tackled real-life issues like adolescence, family, and relationships. Alan Thicke played the wise and loving father, while Kirk Cameron was the rebellious son. The dynamic between the characters was relatable, making viewers feel like part of the family. Growing Pains combined humor with heart, touching on the challenges of growing up. It became a beloved sitcom that reflected the changing dynamics of family life. The show became a key part of 80s television culture. The X-Files changed the way people viewed supernatural thrillers on TV. The series, which started in the 90s, quickly gained a following. It focused on FBI agents Mulder and Scully investigating unsolved, often paranormal cases. The show's mixture of mystery, suspense, and conspiracy theories kept viewers hooked. It captured the cultural fascination with government cover-ups and extraterrestrial life. The dynamic between Mulder's belief in the paranormal and Scully's skepticism was engaging. The X-Files became one of the most influential TV shows of its time. The 80s also brought us unforgettable TV characters who became legends. One of the most iconic was Mr. T's B.A. Baracus from the A-Team. His tough demeanor and gold chains became instantly recognizable. Mr. T's catchphrase, "I pity the fool," became a cultural touchstone. His character embodied strength, loyalty, and toughness. The show's fast-paced action and charismatic characters made it a favorite. B.A. Baracus's blend of humor and brawn made him a true TV legend. The Dukes of Hazzard captured the rebellious spirit of the 80s. The show centered around cousins Bo and Luke Duke as they outran the law. The famous General Lee, their bright orange Dodge Charger, became an iconic symbol. It was a mix of action, humor, and Southern charm. The show portrayed a sense of freedom and adventure that resonated with viewers. The theme song, "Good Ol' Boys," became an anthem for the series. The Dukes of Hazzard was more than just a show. It was a cultural moment. The television of the 70s and 80s also brought us classic TV specials. The Charlie Brown Christmas special was a holiday tradition for many families. The Peanuts gang became beloved characters thanks to their heartwarming stories. Charlie Brown's struggle with finding the true meaning of Christmas resonated deeply with viewers. It wasn't just a holiday special, it became part of the cultural fabric. Families would gather around the TV every year to watch it. The show's lasting popularity proves its timeless appeal. The evolution of television technology in the 70s and 80s also included remote controls. Before remotes, families had to get up to change the channel. The advent of the remote control was a game changer. No longer did viewers need to be tethered to the TV set. This new convenience changed the way families interacted with TV. Remote controls were a luxury at first, but soon became standard in every home. They gave viewers a sense of control, making TV watching even more enjoyable. In retrospect, the 70s and 80s were a golden age for television. The shows from this era hold a special place in the hearts of those who lived through it. They offered a mix of simplicity, humor, and heartfelt moments. Television was more than just entertainment. It was a shared experience. These shows helped shape pop culture and influence generations to come. They connected families, sparked conversations, and created memories. The nostalgia from these shows continues to resonate today.